Hey, welcome. This is Metal Sharpens Metal, and my name is Daniel. And today we are going to listen to a song called Enough by a band named The Artificials. I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, let's jump in. Unfortunately, no music video today, just some nice artwork and nicer music. Tons of melody and layers. I love this. Yes, and also a female singer. And those hardcore yells, that's her husband. We'll talk about him too, the lead guitarist. Kind of choppy, syncopated riff here. This is hard to write lyrics and phrasing for, so props for that. Ooh. Some dotted eighth notes there from the drummer. Amazing transition into a solo. I love this. Oh yeah. Big crushing guitars. Nice airy lead line. Clean vocals. Such a good way to fade out a song. Man! Well, that was really good. I hope you guys liked that. Like I said, there's just so many layers. It's so just rich with stuff going on, little melodies, lead lines. We're going to talk about the guitarist Alan Rigdon a little bit. He is married to the lead singer in that song, in that band. And he does the screaming. He does the hardcore yells on the tracks. I couldn't quite tell when I was Googling this one if he wrote the lyrics to this song enough all by himself, but I'm like 90% sure that he co-writes most of the song lyrics with his wife. So he is going to get roped into this lyrical conversation as one of the writers. He also used to be in a band called Era, which we will have on this channel as well. Kind of a nice side story. He joined that band, Era, because he tried out with a solo at the end of one of their songs. It's good. And he also wrote the lyrics for at least one Era song that I know of called Heart. So he and his wife have said in several places that they're Christian, and you can see much of that reflected in the lyrics. So, him and his wife writing together is from a Christian point of view. So yeah, I wasn't able to find a ton about this song's lyrics online when I was Googling. Unfortunately, searching for the artificials enough, anything else, it leads to a lot of articles about AI. Is AI going to be enough to do something for these jobs? I don't know.
The machine knows! Stop yelling at me!
Whatever, I couldn't find all that info, but I think he wrote many of these lyrics, and let's dive into some of the meanings here. We have an opening where it seems like a kind of dreamlike state. There's I want to see beyond what's in front of me, a breeze from a place or a breeze of peace where I'm somewhere free, ocean deep, the light refracting, alas, a pull to the surface, you repeat. I'm not exactly sure what the you repeat part means, but being pulled to the surface, kind of like being pulled out of this dreamlike state. So we see, I placed hidden jars of dreams incomplete, let them fall, let it be enough, but you've already done enough for me, let them fall, let it be enough. As Christians, I would believe that you is Jesus and what he has done. And these hidden jars of dreams incomplete, I mean, as we grow older, we have dreams that don't come to fruition, obviously. Responsibilities change, our life changes, and we kind of table them, we put them on the shelf, and maybe we'll come back to them, maybe we won't. But these are things that we put a lot of value in growing up, and to just kind of set it aside all of a sudden isn't always an easy thing. I totally get that. It's an ask. Let it be enough for me. These things, and I recognize that you've already done enough for me. So let them fall. Let the dreams fall off the table. It doesn't matter because what Christ has done is enough. So I really do like the biblical theme of finding enough and being sustained by Christ and his salvation. It's a great reminder for all Christians, a good exhortation. And I think we need to be more thankful and content with our lives, that they're a gift from God. I get senses of like fighting against depression almost. This is where the dreaming ends. Lost hopes of treasure to dust. I mean, that seems like venturing into depression territory. And monotony in life. We all have monotonous days where it seems like, what am I doing? I'm doing the same thing over and over. Is this actually doing anything? Exhorting yourself in that very moment that Christ has done something amazing for me, and that should be enough. That is enough. That's a great reminder. I really like that. So as a Christian, I appreciate that this song showcases someone calling himself to a higher standard. We do have these incomplete dreams sometimes, but it's far greater to have the calling of a Christian life and peace with God. I'm grateful for the reminder in this song that even though my life doesn't look as flashy as people on Facebook and Instagram, I'm just thankful that in the midst of all that stuff that I don't necessarily have, I still have a loving family that I get to point to God every day, try to lead them towards God. It's kind of a slow burn of building this foundation that you're building your family on top of, or building your life, whatever you're called to do, and hopefully finishing well on top of that foundation of Jesus, of God's word, and being able to point to a faithful life well lived. As for the song itself, I really like the notes of like those kind of descending notes of and that background. I called it like a synth pad. When it says fight to flee, it's like fight.
That doesn't even sound half good.
When it says fight to flee, it's very memorable and catchy. I love that. As far as motivation and catchiness, that breakdown at the end that comes out very suddenly, and it's outside of normal time. It doesn't quite hit that one. That just makes me want to punch down a tree. Like it's so awesome and shocks you kind of out of nowhere. Props to the drummer too for being able to keep up with guitarists like this. The way that Alan writes and the way that he used to write for Era, it's not super repetitive. They kind of go in one direction. They don't circle back on other things. It's challenging for drummers to keep up with that normally. I really like that stuff. I like the attention to detail it requires. This is a good song. This is a well written song. Good reminders for Christians to remember why we are here, remember who we are serving. We are serving the King, and he is for us. So if he can be for us, who can be against us, right? All right. Thanks for coming today. See you guys.